welcome to another episode of Three Cranky Jets Fans. I'm Joe Close Marone, and here with me as always, Trisha Close Marone and Matt Callahan. Tonight, we are recapping the Jets' win over the Texans. We're going to go through a little news and preview Jets at Cardinals this Sunday. Trisha, how are you doing?
Doing well. Just really happy to be alive tonight. Nothing like a Jets win to throw off my whole season plan. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
We thought we were going to have every Sunday free, right?
Yep.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's not too late for that. Matt, how are you doing?
Surviving.
Thrilling.
He's a survivor. He's going to make it.
All right. Well, let's get into Thursday night's matchup. Jets versus Texans at MetLife Stadium. Final score, 21-13. Jets over the Texans. Our predictions were a little bit off. We all had the Texans winning. Trisha, you had 6-33 Texans. I had 13-24 Texans, and Matt 24-3 Texans. So we're pretty bad at this game.
Listen, we were all very mad at them. we were mad at them. I'm still mad at them.
It was looking like in the beginning, you guys might be right. But the Jets did pull it through, and I'm assuming they're just going to go to the Super Bowl now, right?
Yes.
We just punch
I guess.
Should we go ahead and buy tickets?
Yes.
Yeah, where's the Super Bowl this year?
I think it's in New Orleans.
Oh, perfect. Get a beignet, a little coffee. See the Jets win.
Well, I didn't say they'd win the Super Bowl, but they'll go for sure, 100%. I don't think any of us are really seeing the world with rosy glasses as far as the Jets are concerned. Correct me if I'm wrong. Silence.
You're not wrong.
This was, a tale of two halves. The Jets defense seemed to come prepared and came out swinging. They were flying around all game. Definitely saw some struggles in the first half, but especially on offense, really struggled to get things going in the first half. Rodgers looked pretty bad. They did have one red zone trip that should have been a touchdown, but of course, rookie Malachi Corley, his first time ever touching the ball, drops it. What? Because he wants to look cool? Does that look cool, dropping your first ever carry as soon as possible? I don't understand that. If it were me and I were about to score my first ever NFL touchdown, you would have to pry that thing from my cold, dead hands.
Yeah.
Because I'm keeping that ball forever. But I don't know.
That was insanity. I can't believe he didn't get it. And I also can't believe he let it go.
I've never seen anything like that. Apparently it happens like a couple times a year.
I think it had happened in a college game 2 weeks before, because I had seen a video of it happening. I was like, I've never seen that before. That's amazing. How could you do that? And then now I've seen it in a professional game.
Yeah,
the Jets will find a way.
Well, yeah, the announcer Kirk Herbstreit said, like, this just happened. It happens in college more than you'd think. It's crazy.
Wait, I have to say something about that, because do you guys remember last week I said the Jets, if I were the Jets coach, I would try to encourage some non-traditional, techniques. I think that was one, right? That was a new way for them to mess it up. So they're listening. They're listening.
To lose Trisha way.
Points and the ball to another team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had some really, really unconventional stuff in that first half. I don't know.
Yeah. The defense, like I said, did play well up front. Sorry. They did not play well up front, allowing 187 yards rushing, but only 135 yards passing. They did sack C.J. Stroud 8 times and forced 2 turnovers. So that was good. But, I mean, this rushing defense is still a major issue. And it didn't seem like Hassan Reddick had a half sack in this game, but he wasn't a major difference maker. Yeah. Any thoughts from you guys?
Sauce has not looked good all season, and he's getting like beat badly in places on not on plays that don't even look that hard, that like should not be beating him. Like,
yeah,
that one long pass, I don't know what he was looking at on. That he gave
I have
up.
a theory that he has like a minor injury that he's not getting treated. Every week, he at some point looks like he's struggling to walk, where he comes out for a play here and there, and I think he's got something nagging him. It looks almost like a plantar fasciitis or something like that.
Wow, that's like a very detailed assessment from watching him mess
his
up on the
heel
field, but
seems to be aggravated. I don't know. It's just my guess, but I think there's something nagging at him.
for those of you listening, Joe is in the medical field, so this is
Yes,
not
my
completely
full-time
out of his
job
ass.
is as a nurse, and I've personally dealt with those. But I mean, I'm not a diagnostic professional. Like, I'm not a doctor, but just seeing that, it looks like something's bothering him.
Maybe he should sit down for a little while.
Maybe, I don't know. The Jets do need him. He's still a good cover corner,
I
but he can't
guess
tackle and he can't intercept the ball.
that's a problem.
But he does look like he's lost a bit of a step.
Yeah, hopefully it is a minor injury like that, and not just the league has figured him out or something.
No, I think they're calling him a little differently too. Potentially, the officiating crews. There were a lot of complaints especially last season, about him holding. So I think he gets a few more flags here and there. They're all very questionable. The one he got in this game, I think it was a hold, because you could see the jersey getting stretched. But yeah, I think he's got a little bit of that stuff going on. Anyway, back to the first half. At the end of this, did you guys hear the chants from the crowds?
Sell the team.
Sell the team.
Yeah, sell the team.
That was
crazy.
an
angry crowd the first
It
time.
was so
a lot of
bad.
boos, a lot of sell the team.
So many boos.
First
they were counting down the clock for Aaron Rodgers dubs for him.
They have to. They have to. That's ridiculous.
That was one of the few areas that I thought the offense as a whole improved, with getting set and getting the ball off. I mean, they didn't waste any timeouts for that. There was one that they wasted on purpose, but I think they had the lead at the time, and it wasn't really a big deal. They were just trying to draw the Texans off sides, and Rodgers was like, I'm going to use every second possible, and then he called a timeout because he didn't want to use that play, or if they probably didn't even have a play set. So that was a little better. The second half overall, they looked a lot better. Garrett made 2 ridiculous catches in this, both for scores. The first one was beautiful, and then his body awareness. He was 20 yards out when he caught the ball, I think, and then ran into the end zone from there, just doing his little swizzle move.
With the swiggle, or the squiggle. The squiggler emerges.
But the second one, they're comparing to the Odell Beckham Jr. catch, which I think it's like, seeing both of them in real time, they're on par with each other.
Yeah.
Nice thing about this catch is that it came with a win. But that was a ridiculous catch for Garrett Wilson's second touchdown. And then, of course, the third touchdown, Rodgers connecting with Devontae Adams finally on just a nice ball and catch in stride. That looked great. So it was really like, first half, just everything sucked on offense, and second half was really moving pretty well. There were a couple hiccups. There was one or two fourth down conversions they had to rely on to keep the ball moving, or I think they also had a penalty that kept a drive alive. So it wasn't perfect, but it was much better.
I think, if I'm wrong, but last week you said you thought that the Texans were not as good as their record showed. I think you called that correctly.
They looked frazzled, though. They looked a little frazzled. I don't know if you felt that, but
they were down in offensive linemen, down their top 2 wide receivers, and CJ Stroud hasn't been his best self this season. So it was an undermanned team against a team that was already struggling. even though their record said otherwise.
Getting sacked 8 times can't help them either.
Right. I mean, you play who you play, and when you play them, you can't begrudge anybody for that. But I wouldn't get excited about this win and say we're ready and we've turned a corner, right? You took care of business against a team that you really should have taken care of business.
I'm so not excited. I don't think you have to tell Matt and I not to get excited.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Jets
I don't know who you're Jets fans. Don't get excited. I'm actually happy.
Too excited.
I'm happy that they were booing so much and that they were chanting "sell the team." I feel
by the end of it, people were like crying in a hissy about how happy they were. Jets fans are like all over the place. I don't know what's in those New York, New Jersey hormones, and it's a wild
they say
ride.
that makes they'll make the pizza taste really good, and also you won't be emotionally regulated ever.
It's the water and the pizza.
The water's in the pizza. That's what they say, don't they? Say it's like in order to make the crust taste the way it tastes, they have to do. It's got to be like New York.
Got the perfect New York water. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a thing. It is a thing.
No, when we lived in Florida, there was a restaurant called Danny's, and they would ship every day or every week a bunch of water from New York, so that they could make their pizza. Things we do.
All right. What did you think about the kicker? Made all 3 PATs.
Oh yeah, first one he dunked it.
But it went in
just to keep us on edge. He clanked it off the upright.
Yeah. All right, let's move along. We'll talk about a little news. Matt, what do you have for us?
The Jets are in second place in the AFC East. Bills are still running away with it, but they managed to barely beat the Dolphins and cost me my fantasy football game by 1 point.
Oh, I forgot about our fantasy league.
Yeah. Well, because I had the Bills defense, and if I had Minnesota in, I would have won. But the Jets are behind the Bills by only 4 games.
Striking distance.
They're with it. They've got them where they want them.
Super Bowl.
And the Patriots continue to stink.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Dolphins?
They lost too, I think, right? Well, the Dolphins
they lost, but I'm just like, is it looking any better? When do we play them? Nobody knows anything.
We played
last
them
game of the season. I think it was one.
Twice in the last 4 games or something like that.
Okay.
Tua's back. I don't know. I don't know what's up with the Dolphins. I mean, they're going nowhere fast. He's been back for 2 games. They're at full strength essentially, so they're still losing.
Yeah, I didn't see anything but the score of that game. I think it was close, but
yeah, it was like 27-30 or something like that. And the Bills won it in the last second. I didn't watch it, but that was just what I gathered from the news.
So, can I ask you guys? So, okay, we are behind the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, if we win the next 2 games,
they might feel good about themselves.
They might, but what's the wild card spot business? Like, what does that mean?
Okay, so there are 4 divisions, right? And the top team from each division gets into the playoffs. They're the division winners. And then the wild card spots are the best 3 AFC teams after those. So they can be in any division.
You think that they have a chance of that?
Well, right now they're the 10th spot in the AFC standings. The teams that are in there right now, I think Baltimore is really the only one that is legit. They'll probably end up winning their division, but it's possible. I'm not saying it's likely, but
it's still mathematically
the AFC
possible.
Overall is not very good this year. So you could see especially if they win the next 2 games, you could see a path to them doing some damage. But it's not easy, and it's not likely. The highest percentage that I've seen anybody give them is like a 24.8% chance of making the playoffs. So it's not good.
No, not good. Mm-hmm. Not good.
Anything else in the news?
The trade deadline is the 5th. The Cardinals traded for the Denver edge rusher Baron Browning. who they're playing against the Jets on Sunday.
Yeah, anybody heard of that guy?
No.
I heard. I saw like some Jets fans get in an uproar about this trade, and they were like, "Oh, just in time for the Jets game." Nobody knows who that guy is. They traded him for a 6th-round pick. He's just a depth piece. But of course, the Jets have a way of making nobodies look like all pros.
Right.
So,
He will somehow find a way to
don't
rush
be surprised. Yeah,
100 yards.
tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Sunday, he's gonna like make a case for a Pro Bowl appearance. Only get, like, 6
MVP.
sacks.
MVP.
Yeah, that's it. I heard the Jets and Colts game got flexed out of prime time.
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's move along. Let's look at Jets Cardinals this Sunday. Trisha?
Yeah, let's talk about Jets Cardinals. So the Cardinals are a 1-point favorite in this matchup, and I think knowing our good old Jets, that could be anything. A lot of Jets fans were originally looking at this game as a gimme, but I think we've learned that there are no gimmies. For the Jets at Arizona, this one has me especially worried. So I don't know. I think, honestly, at this point, I have no idea what's going on with the Jets.
Trisha's completely checked out.
I'm just baffled by last week still. I'm so annoyed. I literally said the score would be 6-33. I was just so checked out from the Jets and so pissed. And now they looked okay. They looked okay on Thursday. And so here we are having to look forward with a big question mark on our heads. What do you guys think? Anything that's going to happen in this game that you can predict or you think it's meant to happen?
I think this one really depends on the Jets, Matt. What do you think?
I don't know why any team is going to start throwing the ball against the Jets because they can't stop the run still. So they should just run it until the Jets prove they stop a run.
Yeah, I really think this game is a bad matchup for the Jets because they're so bad at stopping the run, and this team is actually good at running the ball. And on top of that, they have a quarterback who is very fast and good at running the ball, but he's also good at throwing it. So they're going to be spinning on their heads, and it's really going to be a struggle. I hope that the Jets offense shows up in this one from the start because they're going to need to.
Yeah, they have to start the game from both sides of the ball playing well. They can't keep doing this one side shows up to play and the other doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals' defense is anything to be scared of, but the Cardinals have been scoring in virtually every game and getting into the mid-20s to 30s, if I'm remembering correctly. But I don't think the Jets' defense is really going to stop them or slow them down all that much, especially with the way they match up. The offense, every game, you've heard Rodgers saying, we need to score 30, and they haven't done it yet. This is the game they really need to do it.
Yeah. Where is it being played?
In Arizona.
In Arizona.
It starts it's a 4:25 game.
For us, Eastern Standard?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that is enough to throw off the whole team's dynamic. So
yeah, they don't travel very well, especially to the West Coast.
I'm not sure they do much very well. I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at the Jets. They won and I'm pissed. They lose and I'm pissed. I just can't figure it out. Ugh.
The Jets in a nutshell. Ugh.
So we didn't talk about this, but so they played on Halloween last week, and we trick-or-treated with our little guy. We got out there the second we could, 5:45 or whatever. Houses weren't ready for us. I said to Joe earlier that day, I said, "Are you going to dress up?" He's like, I didn't get anything for it. It's like, why don't you just put on a Jets jersey? It's the scariest thing to be as a Jets fan. And I come back to the house after a bit, and he is wearing his Jets jersey with it's a paper sign on the back of it that says "Factory of Sadness." I cannot. And I can't shake it. I can't shake it. They are a factory of sadness. My score prediction, I'm going first this week, guys. I always go last on these. I'm going first. I think we're going to lose. I think it's going to be 16-28. Yeah. Joe, Matt, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go Cardinals. 31-30.
So it's going to be the 1 point.
Yep.
Say how you really feel, Matt. Don't hold back.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do like I kind of had a simpler score, but I'm gonna Price is Right you, and I'm gonna say the Cardinals are gonna win 31-28.
All right, you guys really think the Jets are gonna score a lot?
I'm trying. I feel like now whatever I say, they're gonna spite me. So I mean, we all said they were gonna lose last week, and they won. So maybe this reverse jinx is gonna work, but it won't. The Jets are gonna lose this game. I'm sure of it.
Well, but then after that, we can fully relax. I think.
Yeah.
Then after they lose,
right? Then the pain is over. You're saying?
For now.
No, I think
for now,
good measure, we need one more loss.
One more win and then a loss. That's what we need, just to really pour the salt on the wound.
If they win the next two, I'm back in it.
They're gonna pull you right back in.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad for me, but they'll probably lose this one. So let's go.
Let's go.
All right, everybody.
Factory of Sadness is the episode title.
Even when they win, I'm still so sad.
Yeah.
I think it should be like Factory of Madness because it's tearing my brain apart. Anyway, I think that does it for us.
We're cranky, man.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's all
the increasingly accurate podcast title.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't escape. We cannot escape.
Maybe someday we'll get to change it to Three Happy Jets Fans, but I think that'll probably be like 30 years from now.
No, that's the point. It will never be.
It will never be.
It will never be.
You're gonna like do this for 30 years. It's gonna be one old ass cranky Jet fan.
I remember when the Jets sucked 30 years ago, and they still suck. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, 10 episodes done. Look at us go.
Good gosh.
Oh my goodness, we're amazing. Anyway, thanks for listening to Three Cranky Jets Fans. Please rate, review, subscribe, do all the stuff. Hit us up on Twitter and Facebook at Three Cranky Jets Fans. Let us know what you're thinking and connect with us. Until next time, hope for a Jets win, maybe? Jets.
Jets. Maybe?